Well, it's been 12 years that a man named Julian Assange has been locked up for exposing this government's criminality. And he has paid the price for sure. And sometimes you wonder if your prayers will ever be answered. Kind of like how Joseph felt when he was locked up by the man in charge. And there's people who are in charge that are set there for a while to correct things. And Obama was put in place to correct some things. And when he said at his inaugural address, change has come to America, well, indeed, change did come. And we're seeing the repercussions, really, about the same policies that are being carried on by the robot in charge right now. And so tonight is the big debating, and it talks about debates in Scripture. And you shouldn't be debating because there's a reason why. Because you should have been doing the right thing all along. I don't need to be debating with you that the border is open and that there's millions that are coming across, and that the very agency that was placed in charge of that right now was called 9/11 startup. That's what's created the Homeland Security. And so that intelligence agency is over 16 others, and we have RFK running, and he's talked about who literally shot his own father, and that's a conspiracy theory. So it gets very tiresome, I would clarify the word, and simply say that today, truth, and we've said this along, truth today is the thing that is under attack. And when you speak truth, you get attacked. And when you talk truth, you get attacked. And when you get removed in a small little channel like this, they take half of my videos off. So it makes it kind of difficult to keep coming here and speaking. But again, we're all fighting that good fight, and we're going to win because he wrote the script. So the man, Julian Assange, we wouldn't have had this. And this topic is still going on, the activity that was talked about, but it was a theory too. But watch this, and thanks to Mr. Julian Assange, and interesting times we're living in. So we'll see you next week and fight the good fight. This was part of his revelation and why he gets locked up for showing you things like this. And it does say in the book and the New Testament to expose those workers of darkness. And that's exactly what has been going on today. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Well, PizzaGate, it became a major story weeks ago when an armed man decided to investigate a D.C. area pizza place for himself. This man right here, he carried a rifle into a pizza parlor and then fired it at the floor. Media is telling you the entire story is a hoax or fake news. But what does that even mean? I spent the last month investigating. So what exactly is PizzaGate? And are there any actual facts to support the story? I've got to warn you, what we're going to talk about tonight will be disturbing to some people. But this is a reality check you won't see anywhere else. PizzaGate actually comes from the WikiLeaks release of hacked emails from Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta. In all, WikiLeaks dumped around 50,000 email messages, and it was from those emails that the claims that John Podesta may be part of a child sex trafficking ring come from. Now, to be clear, not one single email in the Podesta emails discusses child sex trafficking or pedophilia. That is a fact. But there are dozens of what seem to be strangely worded emails dealing with pizza and handkerchiefs. Self-described online investigators say that those words in the emails about pizza and the talk of handkerchiefs is code language used by pedophiles. So how did a DC pizza parlor get pulled into the story? Well, again, read any mainstream report and they indicate that Comet Ping Pong Pizza was somehow linked to this fake story and has no relation to anyone involved. But the truth is that's not true either. What media is ignoring is that the Comet Ping Pong Pizza place is actually referenced in the Podesta emails at least a dozen or so times, and that the owner of that place, James Alfantis, is a friend of John Podesta. He was actually named, this is kind of strange, by GQ magazine as one of the top 50 most powerful people in Washington. Yes, we're talking about a pizza parlor owner. Now let's talk facts.